There's still not
Oh,
a
there.
light.
Yeah, now it is.
Okay, well.
Uh-oh. We gotta start again. Faster, faster, faster. So we started doing something, and when Hubster handed me the camera, I accidentally flipped the thing to take out the memory card and shut off the recording. So we gotta start out again. Fun.
Right.
Funs. Anyway.
Mommy.
So, what was our highlights? We just got a car seat. We gotta change car seats in our car because Hubster's sister is gonna be taking care of Sean because I gotta study as soon as I get home. And
After our walks.
yeah, after our walks. And so she's gonna take care of Sean so I can do that.
Mommy.
So she needs a car seat so she can bring him home. So we got a car seat and we have to get it installed. And now we're hot and sweaty, not because of the walk, but because of the installation of the car
now
seat.
Partly because of the walk, because now we've gone around a few times until you shut the darn thing off.
Not the speed you're going. So Hubster had the camera and he can't walk and record. He just can't do that.
I can, it's just slow.
Mommy.
Come on, Hubster. You're falling behind, Hubster. Look, Hubster's all the way back there.
Bye.
Look.
Mommy.
See there?
Save yourself.
Mommy.
Come on,
Leave me
Hubster.
behind.
Walk it up, Hubster.
Mommy.
What?
Can I have some? Can I go inside the house and watch my tablet?
You done? You give up?
Yes. We got
He
one.
gives up.
One,
So
one,
I'm gonna give this to Hubster so I can take him inside.
one,
Hubster.
Okay.
Mommy.
You gonna shut it off next time I give it to you?
No.
Mommy. Run.
Well, since he's recording, he's gonna be super slow, so we got time.
Yep. Since he's recording, we're gonna be super slow. I'm gonna tell him I did another lap. You guys don't, hang on. Don't tell him. Hubster, don't cheat. See, and the other thing is I can't walk and do this. This is what you guys be seeing. It's like, oh, that's a really cute couple of blurs there in the distance. So anyway. I forgot what else we said before she shut the darn thing off. Hopefully I don't have any zits today. I didn't check. So, it is what it is. If there are zits, it's probably your fault. She left the door wide open. That irks the heck out of me.
Here.
Here. You did it?
He's slow. Whoop.
Oh goodness.
No crying.
Alright. So. Oh!
I banged his head with the door. He
Oh.
was standing in the way. I didn't mean to. But I didn't notice he was standing right where I was shutting the door.
Well, it's okay. Happens once or twice. He'll learn from it. Got a good little goose egg on his head.
It wasn't that bad. It was just like a bump.
Enough to startle him probably more than
Yes.
anything.
Yes.
Anyway. So, oh. I just remembered one of the other... Hang on, I gotta pull my pants up. It's kind of a good sign, you know, if you're out walking and your pants that used to fit right start sliding down. So, we got a new stove.
Yes.
And we are super stoked about it.
I say it.
Hang on.
I say it.
The last one, all of a sudden when Wifie was cooking something, it just went pop, and a little black smoke just went out of the back of it. Circuit breaker fried because of whatever she was cooking.
Nuh-uh.
What?
What do you mean because of whatever she was cooking?
Well, you were the one cooking, and it went
That's not my fault.
Well, that's what she says.
So your computer broke because you can't game. That's what you're saying last time.
Sure. That's the reason. Here. You wanted this.
Hubster can't game.
It's true.
And he can't hold the camera and walk. Hurry up. Pick up the speed.
Bye, Wifie.
Bye, Hubster. We leave him in the dust. Another one bites the dust. Da-da-dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dust. And another one bites, and another one bites, and another one bites the dust. Hey, are you ready?
Nope.
Are you ready to pick up the speed?
Nope.
Hurry up! Why are you so slow?
My pants are falling down.
Then go with a pants. He would too. Let's not. Anyway. So we got a new stove. And we just got it today. I get home with Sean from school. And Hubster is like, we got a new stove. And I wasn't in the room when he said that.
But Sean was.
Sean was, so he's like, Mommy! So I'm coming back in from outside, and he's like, Mommy, we got a new stove! And I was like, oh really? Let me check it out. So I go check it out. He's like, Mommy, are you gonna make me now a gingerbread man? And the thing is, when it broke, might have been the same day or the day after, he's like, Mommy, I want you to make me a gingerbread man. And I say, honey, the stove doesn't work. The oven doesn't work. So I can't make a gingerbread man. And he's like,
You didn't tell him it was because of the cooking.
I can totally make a gingerbread man. Not related to my cooking, mister. Anyway, so
They gave up the ghost.
hush. So I told him, when we get a new stove, then I can make you a gingerbread man. And here it is, like 2-3 weeks later. That's the first thing he remembered.
Yep.
That amazes me, to be honest. I laugh so hard because, like, oh gosh. I told him not today. I told him we'll make it Saturday. So that's what we'll be making Saturday.
Get a new stove, so that's the first thing he remembered.
Yep.
And we really ought to thank Dad. I don't know that he'll ever see this because, you know, he doesn't really watch very many of our videos. But Dad is the one who paid for it. It's an early Christmas gift from Dad. Because, you know, he said, well, you need a stove. Especially if I'm going to be the one cooking, because that means I can do more things. Before, you know, it's just when Wifie comes home and she needs to start studying, and I'm doing streams or whatever throughout the day and taking care of Sean some of the time, then, you know, it's like peanut butter jelly sandwiches, but now I've doubled my repertoire. Now I can do peanut butter jelly sandwiches and chicken pot pies. No, I'm just kidding. I can do a little bit more than that, but did you show a face?
No.
Oh, looked like you had a face.
What face?
Are you showing a face again?
No.
I'm just saying, it looked like you were showing a face.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think she was showing a face.
Anyway, what else? Nothing new happened at school.
Nothing? Kids were all nice today. No one got bit. No one cried for mommy.
There were misdemeanors, but nothing serious. The crying is starting to subsidize, and thankfully, let me put it like this: we got teachers that have had criers are like wah,
Oh,
wah, all day long. All day long.
Any one of them in a room
And
near you?
no, thank God, no. We have had two of them, but not like wah. They're like just so.
I miss my mommy.
Yes, but silently, which I'm like, oh, I can handle that. Yeah. So.
I mean, it takes a little getting used to, because, I mean, you're doing kindergarten, and there's a grade before that, like 4K. So,
But
is
not all
anybody in your
kids.
class's first year?
Several of them.
Oh, okay.
A lot of kids have not gone to school, like any kind of school or daycare type of thing, and so yeah, they cry. The mommy's
That's
babies.
perfectly understandable. They're not used to, not being next to mommy or whatever. Remember when Sean just first started having that
He
heat?
didn't cry though. He didn't cry. He didn't want to stay, but he didn't cry. I told him, okay, this is what's gonna happen. I think because I set the expectations maybe. I told him this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna go to school, you're gonna stay there, mommy's gonna come back later and pick you up. And when the day came, I went, I actually, my initial plan was drop him off and then off I go. But then the teacher said, no, the first day we gotta bring them into the classroom or whatever. I was like, oh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, because then he'll be like, mommy, yeah, stay with me or whatever. And I didn't want to do that. So I told him, okay, go sit on your seat. Mommy's gonna come back later. I'll see ya. Bye. And that was that. He was like, mommy, you gotta come stay, you gotta come stay. Nope, I'll come for you later. And I left. And I think, parents, that's a mistake you make. When,
All
no,
parents, this is your fault.
not all parents. A lot of parents do it right.
Hang on.
Cars passing by. Not a lot of, like a lot of parents do it right where they just leave the kids and go, mostly because they gotta get to work. But we get some parents in which they think that if they sit and try to calm their kid down, that it helps, but it doesn't. It makes actually things worse. If you try like, oh, you poor thing, it'll be alright, and try to explain at the moment. It's like you don't explain at the moment what's going on. You're supposed to tell them beforehand so that they know what to expect. And when it happens, you just leave them and go, because if you stay behind, that's gonna be, oh, if I continue crying, my mama's gonna stay here. They're never gonna stop. So yeah, don't do that.
Set that expectation.
We actually had a kid, because the second day, then we leave them at the lunchroom. I mean, the parents leave them at the lunchroom, and then from there we go to class.
Yeah, they eat breakfast at school. That's a kind
so
of
they
cool
have
thing.
Breakfast. But there was this one parent the day before yesterday, in which she's trying to calm the kid down, and the kid won't stop. And I noticed, not that it was surprising, but I noticed it didn't took but like 3 minutes after the mom left and he stopped. Like if you just leave, he's gonna stop eventually. Anyway, the crier, the wag kid, today was his 4th day and he finally did not cry at all. Yesterday he tried to cry. He did, and the teacher gave him a warning, said,
What do they get a warning for? It's not like there's corporal punishment.
No, but the teachers told him, if you're gonna start crying, you're gonna go out there. And then the kids, like, he was about to start bawling, and that's when she told him, if you're gonna start crying like that, you going outside because you're hurting everybody's ears. And then he like sucked the tears back up, and then went inside.
Became a man.
Yeah.
Hide your pain, boy. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's painful, but it's getting to be better days. They're getting the hang of it. So that's what it counts. Only 176 more days to go. Yay. I'm not complaining. I like it. I actually enjoy it. Like, it's hard work. Yes, it is. It's very difficult, especially because you got all sorts of kids that learn in very different ways. I got one kid that you gotta call his attention all the time. You gotta tell him, do this, do that, and you gotta remind him and keep him focused on what he's doing, because he loses focus very quickly, and that may be his age. Some kids are like that, like Sean. If there's other things going on, he gets distracted, and
That's a young thing. Nowadays, all doctors want to diagnose that as something, ADHD or ODD or ADD or whatever.
And he loses attention very quickly, and it's just his mind is over there. You know, he wants to see what everybody else is doing, and it's the same way with this kid. So
don't get me wrong. I'm not saying those aren't real things. They obviously are. But
you gotta snap them to get their focus. Snap, snap, snap. Say, hey, over here.
I'm not saying those conditions aren't real. They're real conditions.
There are some kids that have
a
some
doctor
issues.
would easily diagnose any kid with having all of those. I mean, that's just a childhood thing.
Anyway.
They gotta grow out of that.
Yeah. So anyway, we have one of those, and then I had another kid that I have to spend more time with him because he's not as quick to get things as the other kids. Like, a lot of the kids, like, you tell them trace this and they do it. They know how to do it. They know what they're supposed to do. You don't have to sit with them and show them how to do it. But I got this one kid that you have to spend a little bit more time with him. Well, actually, I have more than one kid, but this special one, he just came in. So he has never done anything like this. He can't even write his name.
And I'm not blaming parents or anything, because everybody's busy, but
yeah,
I still feel like a little bit of parenting and a little bit of pre-education before school goes a long way. Sean went in recognizing his own name. He can sing his ABCs, but he makes a couple of faux pas. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, J, you know, you get it? You know, but he gets the idea.
H, I, J.
Elementa.
No, he goes H, I, J, and C. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, now I know my ABCs. What comes next? Next time.
Won't you sing with me?
Yeah, he couldn't remember. He sometimes he repeats the same sentence twice, trying to remember what comes next.
He can count to 20.
It's funny.
He recognizes what, you know, 2 of something is instead of... Anyway, a lot of parents, I feel like these days, and I'm not trying to knock on parents, even though it's your fault, like Yachty said. No, I'm kidding. A lot of parents just dump the kids off at school. I get it, everybody has busy lives, but regardless of someone's busy life, back in the day, parents took time to teach their kids a little bit. For the most part, I know mine did, and I'm betting most of you guys did too. But a lot of parents in this generation just dump their kids off at school and expect not only for the kids to be taught at school, but to be raised at school practically, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta start that. And if a parent's not involved in the kid's education whatsoever at all, the kid's not going to get the sensation that it's important. or put that effort. And that's where they start to get some of those bad habits and bad, bad behaviors at school. Like it's not a big deal. Like it's not something important, not something they need. Because their parent's not involved at all. The parent doesn't seem to be interested in it.
Yep. Anyway, we have a lot of different kids like that, and it is hard work. But I think, even though I get home really tired, because I'm running up and down halls, making copies, and chasing after things, and taking kids to activities, and taking them to the recess and back, and takes a lot of energy. But it's very enjoyable, and I'm so far I like it. I'll tell you again at the end of the year if I still want to do this.
I hope so, because by then you'll have a semester or so of college behind you.
It's general education. Everybody has to take it, so it doesn't change anything. Not until I do my electives.
You've said a bunch of times that this is what you want to do, so I get the feeling you'll enjoy it.
Yep, I've enjoyed it so far, and I enjoy the kids, so that's that.
Yep, and thank you again, Dad, for the early Christmas gift. There's no way we would have been able to afford a stove on our own right now.
Yeah, no.
And that's going to help a ton with me making Wifie some food and Sean some food.
So I don't go hungry.
You throw me in front of a grill, I can cook meat until it's good to go. An oven top, I can do it, but I don't usually. And then stove.
Yeah, like if you want ramen, or maybe not even ramen. Have you ever cooked ramen?
Yes, I've cooked ramen a bunch of times.
Was it overcooked?
I mean, sometimes probably, but most of the time it was fine.
Or hot dogs.
I've done hot dogs.
He can do hot dogs.
I've done mac and cheese. I've done little things.
Yeah, he's on mac and cheese. He's actually...
I can cook a little bit.
He's pretty good. You know, I think the biggest thing...
I just don't like to cook.
He thinks that if it takes more effort than it takes to eat it...
That's right.
That's dumb.
If it
but
takes longer to cook it than it does to eat it...
Everything takes effort. Everything. Washing dishes takes effort.
Yeah.
Everything takes effort. Does not mean it's meaningless.
Well, the oven's not so bad because you put it at a temperature, you hear the ding, there's a little bit of food prep involved. You don't take plastic off of things if it has it or whatever. Or, mix up the ingredients in a pan or whatever.
Yeah, that's his cooking. His cooking is stick it in the oven and forget about it until it dings.
Stick it in the oven. And then go set yourself a timer. When you hear the ding, you go, oh yeah, that's right. And then you run over there and pull it out. There you go.
But the important thing is that he's willing to do it, because there are guys out there that do not want anything to do with cooking. Shame on you. Everybody should know how to cook basics.
Well, my thought is...
Basic cooking. Everybody should know. It's a basic instinct. If you end up being all by yourself, guess what? And if you have no money... If you got no money, guess what? You're going to have to know how to cook some ramen.
Or live with mommy and daddy, or real close.
No, if you don't have no parents, you don't live with mommy and daddy.
Here's my big thing. Look, like a little bit of words of wisdom from Hubster for you. When it comes down to the household management, the old-fashioned way was husband went and did the work and provided, and mama took care of the household, and oftentimes the kids. Now that's a full-time job you can't quit, a full-time job that has no vacations. And obviously work, I'm sure some fathers would agree, work's hard, and in some cases harder than tending to kids, because you don't get breaks, you don't get to relax, you this, that, or other. But when you're off work, it's done. There is no off work for parents. But my big thing is, and maybe I'm a little old-fashioned on this, right now, since my wifey started working, and she's working full-time and going to college starting today, she's the provider of the house. So that makes me the mommy. No, I'm just kidding. Makes me Mr. Nanny, if you please. Basically, I'm considering me a little old-fashioned. I may not do everything up to her standards when it comes to cooking and whatnot. But if she's out there doing work, and I'm streaming trying to pay some bills too, but if she's out there doing work, it's my dadgum responsibility to help tend to the house, make sure things are in order, and cook for her when she gets home so she has something to eat. And she doesn't have to stress over that or try to feed me or Sean or whatever else when she's got school. And then that's going to cut a little bit into streaming, or you're going to see me taking breaks. Up, wifey's home, let me go throw her a sandwich together or heat the oven or da-da-da-da-da. It's going to happen. Just like I'm a father and a husband before I'm a streamer and a gamer, I'm also, you know, I got to be responsible for the house. And maybe that's a little old-fashioned and the roles are a little bit reversed, but I'm busted up and I can't go out there and do work like normal right now. I don't sleep like normal. So I better be able to do something for my wife, because otherwise that's just taking advantage. You know, for better or worse, I get all that. The D word was never in our relationship. Not that D word, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, divorce was never in the stars for us, despite having some yucky arguments before. But that's just how I feel about it. It's my job to make sure that some of that gets tended to, because now she's bringing home the bacon, so to speak. My dream still, someday, I'm not hoping to be famous. I don't think I'd be good at any of that. I can barely keep up with stream chat sometimes.
Yeah.
That's a cool old red van. I can barely keep up with stream chat. Some games, even when there's only 5 or 10 people in the chat. Because I feel a responsibility, or like I don't want to ignore people. You know? I hated that feeling. I hate having that's part of why I'm not giant on big streamers. If I want something answered, I don't want to go in there and have to say it 34 times. Or at them, or try to get their attention. But anyway, so I'm not the best streamer. I'm not hopeful to get rich or famous or nothing like that. But one of my dreams is I would love to be able to provide for the house with it. I'm not looking to get fancy cars or buy a new house or nothing like that. But it'd be really cool someday if, you know, she'd be able to come home if she chose she wanted to. Now that she's falling in love with her career, she might not, and that's okay too. But, you know, to be able to provide. And that was my original dream for it. Well, the original dream actually was just to have a record of what we had, of what we do, because we did so many funny things. And Wifie kept on urging me, you should stream, you should do, because honestly I was very depressed.
You're going into too many stories now.
Anyway, yeah, anyway, that was the original thing, was she wanted to distract me basically, and it was a great idea. It was her idea. Anyway, is that about it for today?
We jump all over the place. That's
yeah.
fine.
Thank you, Dad, for the stove. We love you. That's huge. We couldn't afford it.
I'll tell you in the weekend how I like it.
It looks nice. It looks a lot like the old one. Anyway.
Only better.
Yeah, only better and newer. Cleaner. Love you guys. Bye.